Hey guys, it's Kevin Mano here at MYfm with MUNA. They're back. They came back to see us, and we're very excited. You guys were here a couple years ago when the first album came out.
Yeah.
And I gotta be honest, I became an enormous fan. I followed you on all the social media stuff, following along with everything you did. So excited for the second album. I love it. It's out.
Thanks so much.
I'm a big fan, so thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
And thank you for the music. I was just asking you guys before the interview if you're tired, because you had a big homecoming show last night here in Los Angeles. Have another one tonight.
Oh, yeah.
But do you stay out late after a homecoming show like that?
No,
no.
we're relatively, we're a very, boring rock band.
We might stay out tonight, though. We talked about it.
I'm
I don't
scared.
know,
I don't know about, I think it's, what is staying out? Staying out for us might be, drinking some tea.
Oh.
Our
Together.
mentality is I don't know, we do this because we love performing, and we just leave it all on the stage. But we really leave it all on the
So
stage.
are you just beat by the time you get off the stage?
Yeah.
You just want to go lay
Yeah,
down?
and also
Definitely.
we are. I mean, we don't talk about it that much, but we're sober on the road. We just do everything we can so that we can give all that we have.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great. And that was a decision you guys sat down and made together?
It just kind of happened.
It just kind of
happened over
happened.
time.
Yeah.
We just realized, I mean, we're sensitive humans. It's funny because we're rockers, but our music is also very emotional. And
Sure.
it's I'm so sensitive that if I don't feel like I did the best I could do, I'll be really hard on myself. So it's I just want to set it up so that I know I can give the best show.
And how often would that happen? Not to make you relive,
I mean, it honestly, I think once is enough for me.
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah,
I
one and
can't
done.
do that
Yeah.
again. I
One
feel
and
too
done.
bad. Yeah, and it's probably something that no one else would even notice, but I would just be really hard on myself. I shouldn't have had a beer.
And nothing's off limits, but we just try to,
Sure, I got you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not dogmatic about it, but we definitely do have an ethos as a band that's a bit almost hardcore, I would say.
Yes, not quite straight edge, but close.
Yeah.
Okay. How have your lives changed? I mean, I guess personally and as a band, I would assume more confidence now than, the first time I saw you guys back here a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Definitely. I feel like there was kind of a veneer that we had to shed in order to be able to make the most honest second record that we could, and I think that took a lot of self analysis and work on our individual selves.
What type of veneer?
I suppose there was a slight way in which we were concerned with the way that we were perceived by others, and I think that led to that insecurity leads to just certain defense mechanisms going up that you even are not conscious of necessarily, but we became conscious of them throughout the process of making the second record, and we had to sort of just let go of our egos a little bit and just try and be true to what we wanted to make and true to how we want to look and just honest with ourselves and yeah, so I think that led to us being more confident.
Sounds therapeutic making this album.
It really was.
It was hard, but it was it ultimately is so therapeutic, for sure.
And then what about just the shows? I would assume they're bigger now than they ever were.
They
More
are.
people singing all your songs back to you and stuff.
It's intense. It's super cool. We have really dedicated, amazing fans.
Yeah, you do.
And they're very respectful and kind to us in the venue space, and they tend to sing.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just
awesome.
very nice.
The record itself, it sounds, I think we're always going to sound to a certain extent polished because, I don't know, Naomi's a good producer. But,
Thanks.
Do you produce you produce it
we
all?
we worked with a guy named Mike Crossy on this record, but Naomi produced the whole first record and produced half of this on her own and then co-produced the rest with Mike.
Wow.
Yeah.
You do a
one
great
song
job.
with John Hill.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's such a unique vibe, and I wanted to talk about that.
Sure.
Almost the aesthetic sonically and then visually.
Sure.
You guys are on point. So I was curious if you guys direct your own videos or how involved you are in that process, because it just seems so just perfect.
super
Thank you
involved.
so much. We're very
we're
involved
super
in
involved.
the aesthetic aspect of things. I think especially this time we knew that we wanted to make a strong aesthetic impression, so we drew on a lot of things that were inspiring to us. A lot of as far as even just photos and videos, bands from the 90s that we think are really amazing, and we wanted to just present ourselves in a polished way, and we knew that would take a lot of forethought. Whereas I think the last time we were kind of letting things happen as they came to us. We'd never done it before, but since we'd made a first record, now we knew in the second one it's okay, you have to be prepared to do all this stuff, and so we were very prepared to engage with the visual aspect of things and try and create a very cohesive world, which I'm glad that it seems like you think that we did.
Honestly,
it's really
you
nice.
really, it's something very specific, and it's yours. Like
Thank
there's
you.
just a MUNA look.
That's
and vibe.
awesome.
Has anybody else come to you about producing other records? Because I do feel, and maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like other people are borrowing your
Influence?
vibe and sound now. Yeah.
We will totally accept that role as the influencer of the influencers.
Yeah, I'll accept
Like
that
even
role for
I
sure.
like heard the, and I don't want to. I mean, I love her, but like I
Sure.
heard the new Katy Perry song. I was like, that sounds like MUNA to me.
Ha
Like,
ha ha.
the
That's
arpeggiated
funny.
bass.
yeah.
We've heard that before, and shout out to, I mean, if for whatever reason people are listening to our music and are inspired by the way that it sounds, that's awesome. And we're happy to work with anyone who wants to work with us. Why are you laughing at me?
Because I'm just thinking, like, you're being very, like, humble and cute, and then I'm just imagining you on Twitter just being
It's
like,
like-
pop stars, like, you want to work with me, you know, but it's like, really, like, they should hire Naomi.
Yeah.
Like, what do
They
you
should. I'm very good.
For sure. How was the Harry Styles tour?
Oh, it was so fun.
He's so nice, and his whole crew is so nice, and we ate well. They had catering.
We ate too well.
I mean, to be honest, like, it was amazing. It was
Yeah,
such
he's
a good time.
gentleman. He's an absolute
Did
gentleman.
that happen because he's a fan of yours? Is that
Yeah, I think
how
so.
it came to be?
Yeah,
that's-
God said yes.
He
and
works
so we
with
said
this.
yes
Yeah.
as well.
He works with this great guy, Kid Harpoon, who's a songwriter, and I think that he was like his musical director on that tour, and he had heard MUNA, and so I think just got Harry into it that way. I'm not actually sure if that's true, but that's the story. That I
Sure.
was told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously a huge difference between playing your own show in a smaller club and then opening for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How were you guys received out there to his fans?
I mean,
By
they
his
were
fans.
they were so wonderful. The first show was definitely overwhelming. I don't think I've seen people so enthusiastic.
Well,
about
people fainted
anything.
and
Yeah.
the fire alarm went off.
Yeah, it was really
So
intense.
we were like, what's
But like we
going
were
on?
received
Wait,
with
what?
open arms. Like we were in San Francisco and it was like a small because we were on his like theater tour and so it was a little bit smaller venues
Oh,
and
okay,
like
sure.
Staples. But like we were in there and I guess it was because it was so hot the fire alarm went off and like girls were like fainting, not from like being drunk but from like
Emotion.
exhaustion
Overwhelmed.
of,
Yeah.
of hairy exhaustion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I totally feel it
I
too.
feel
But
that.
he was awesome. The fans were amazing, and some of them are our fans now, and they're
Yeah.
so gracious and wonderful. So
That's cool. Do
Could
you
not be
stick around? I know
happier.
you're tired when you get off stage, but do you try to like chat with the fans either before or after if you have the energy?
We tried.
yeah, if we have the energy, we're trying to really on this tour specifically. We're also sensitive. We're trying to really maintain our like physical and emotional health. So we
Yeah.
do have to like take because we like go to bed right after, but. Everyone's so understanding, and if we have time, we do say what's up because they're
Yeah.
all the best.
I appreciate you waking up early for me today. I don't know
Hey.
if this is early for you.
No,
this is
no,
late
no.
for me. I do a morning show,
Oh,
so
this
like
is-
this is
Wait, what
the
time do you
creme
get
de la
up?
creme
like
for us.
3:30.
Oh,
my gosh.
shit.
Yeah.
What time do you go to bed?
I try to be in bed by 9.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like
Okay,
it.
for
Yeah.
sure.
I like that. I like that.
My wife doesn't like it as much.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
yeah,
always
that
wants
would
to
be
stay a little
hard.
bit later.
That would be hard.
Does she wake up then too?
No, because we have 2 little kids, so she normally will get up with them at like 5:30 or 6. So
Sure.
still early.
Still
Yeah.
early.
But
Everyone
But
pre-dawn
she,
family.
I'm sure she wakes up at 3:30 too.
I try to be very quiet. I tiptoe down the hall and I
Sure.
get ready in the other
That's
room.
sweet.
And
Okay.
everything, so you know. I
You have a
try.
whole thing figured
But
out.
then I have to turn off the alarm, and when I leave, and rearm the alarm, and that
Yeah.
makes
Does
the whole
she-
house beep. So I know that.
Yeah.
Does she go to bed after you? She goes to bed
Most of the time, no. Most of the time, we're
Okay.
both in bed at the same time.
All right, good. I'm
Sometimes
glad I
she'll-
understand.
She'll want an extra glass
now we
of
have
wine.
the full
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah, thank you. I know this is my interview. Thank you for
Yeah,
interviewing
I
me.
know,
But
I
I'm
like
just
it.
curious. I just want to know how it works. You know?
What about you guys? You don't. This is a crazy question, but
Sure.
you guys. I was gonna say you don't live together. Obviously, you're not roommates. But you
No,
live,
they live.
We do.
together.
Oh, you do?
We
They
live
do.
together.
Roommates,
Yes.
yeah.
We live in an apartment together. And we're very,
Yeah.
very happy in our apartment.
Yeah, we
runs
get.
deep.
She tucks me into bed, and then I go out and I tuck her into
Our
bed.
beds are. Our,
We just do
And
that
then
the
we
whole
do
night.
that
You
for
never
an
go to
hour.
bed.
See, that's the whole aesthetic you've created. Is that
Yeah.
it's MUNA is this one organism
It
that
kind
moves
of
together.
is.
So in my head, you all live together.
We actually live in a giant studio apartment where we have like a bed the size of this room, and we each get a
Just
corner,
jump around.
and then we're like,
no,
it's
we
very
do have his.
Teletubby.
We do have his and her sinks though.
Do you?
Yeah, we
Okay,
do have
that's
his and hers,
important.
yeah. We
Yeah, you
do.
don't want to share a sink.
We
No,
do.
it's nice. We're brushing our teeth next to
There's
each other.
Sonic hairs.
So tired every day.
It's
Just,
like, ah man, I'm so tired. It's
Yeah.
like,
we have a good bromance going.
good.
Do you ever think about driving each other crazy? Because then you're locked in together on the road and
I
everything.
mean, like, I think as a group we do well with the together aloneness of a long time relationship, where it's
Yeah.
just like we're all in the same room, but I'm just totally somewhere else, like,
Yeah.
not talking
Gotcha.
to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys ride on the road at all?
Yeah, but we're gonna try to do it a little bit more. We're on a bus this tour, and so we're gonna experiment with trying to be a little bit more openly creative. But we'll
Yeah.
see. You know, we're pretty friggin' tired, so.
Is this the first tour on a bus?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
luxury.
Congratulations.
Oh, it's a luxurious time for us.
It's really special. It
Yeah,
really
it
is.
really
I love it. I'm
Can-
never leaving my bunk.
Can you guys say in your words, I feel like we've already kind of touched on it, but how the new record, Saves the World, is different than the first one?
Yeah.
Is it just growth? I mean, is it a new chapter?
I have like kind of realized in some ways we like talk a lot about all the changes. And then I also just realized like we just got older and like time does do a lot of work that
Yeah.
I was like maybe it's just time, but
And both.
I keep
you
thinking
know?
about what your mom said, dude. I feel like the second record has like less pretense. I feel like the first record we took something that was there for the first record of what MUNA is, and I think if you want to use like the metaphor of like a statue, I feel like we like shaved it down a little bit and refined it. So it's
Yeah.
like the messaging, like anything that because I'm the lyricist, so
Yeah.
the songs on this record, it's like I'm not mincing words. I didn't know that there was stuff that I was leaving off the table with the first record, but there was, and it's just like just putting stuff out there more because I feel like we've all accepted. We're in a higher level of acceptance of just like who we are, what it means to be a human, and how we want to express that. So I think it's a little more honest.
Okay, cool. And you would think as you grow in age, that's just going to keep happening because
Yeah.
we're
Yeah,
all constantly
hopefully.
learning about ourselves. And
Yeah.
Definitely.
Trying
Hopefully it
to.
continue.
Yeah.
Hopefully
yeah.
we can keep
You can
saying that
stop.
about our records.
Yeah, you can definitely stop. It's
Sometimes you're
easy
just
to
straight up
stop,
getting
you know?
older,
Yeah.
and you're not
Well,
growing. So
The first, I mean, when I listened to it the first time, "Grow" is the first song. I
Yeah.
feel like that was a bold choice to put that as the first song because it's saying like,
It's an
new
intention.
chapter,
Yeah.
we've grown,
Yeah.
I've grown.
yeah.
Or just wanting
want
to.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
think
I haven't yet, but I want to badly.
I don't think anything in the record's like a closed book, and neither is our growth as like a band or
Sure.
as human beings. I think it's just like a wanting to experiment with that and to keep going. Hopefully, the next record will be like, I want to grow up some more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keep happening.
Please,
Yeah.
not
Because you never
regress.
stop. You
Yeah.
never stop
Yeah.
growing. You
Never
never
stop.
learning.
Yeah.
Mom tells you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
all that you do, the music. We love it. I love it. I'm a big fan.
Awesome.
MUNA here at MYfm.
Thanks so much for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you.